Listen up, filmmakers. We're challenging you to create a short film up to 60 seconds long using the power of virtual production. This is the Virtual Filmmaker Challenge. Your film can be live action or animated as long as virtual production is part of the process. Whether it's green screen, motion capture, or a virtual camera setup, how you bring your story to life is up to you. Your work will be judged by a panel of industry professionals, and you'll be competing for over $14,000 worth of prizes. For more information on rules, prizes, and registration, visit forumstudios.com/VFC. Enter the Virtual Filmmaker Challenge today and make your minute count.
Welcome to Virtual Production Insider. I'm your host, David Stapp, and today we are launching our brand new competition called the Virtual Filmmaker Challenge. And in this episode, we're going to be giving you all the juicy details on the rules, the judges, and of course, the prizes. Now, before we go any further, the first thing you need to do is head to forumstudios.com/VFC and click the sign up button. This is going to take you to a form so that you can register for the competition. This is an important step because if you want to receive the link to submit your short film, you have to be registered. So let's start by breaking down what this competition is all about. We're challenging you to create a short film up to 60 seconds long that can be both live action or animated, and you can tell whatever story you want. There are no guidelines on like the theme or what the story has to revolve around. The only real requirement is that you have to incorporate virtual production in some part of the process. Virtual production is all about bringing virtual and physical worlds together. So some examples of this can include using something like a green screen to comp a background behind your subject in a live action film. Or you could also use something like a projector or a TV, or if you have access to it, an LED wall. Another example on the live action side is if you wanted to comp in a CG element into your scene. So you could have a computer generated asset that you are then comping and tracking into your live footage. You can also use facial and body motion capture to animate a character in both a live action or animated short film. And if you're making an animated short film, you could use a virtual camera setup to, animate the camera in the scene. Programs like Blender and Unreal Engine make this super easy because they have workflows where you can use something as simple as your phone to animate the camera. You can also use virtual production on the pre-production side. You could previs your entire film in something like Unreal Engine and then use that to go shoot the actual film. So as you can see, there are multiple ways to approach this, and we wanted to keep the creative boundaries as minimal as possible for you. Now, one thing to keep in mind for the submission process is that you will be required to submit proof that you used virtual production for your short film. This can be as simple as a screenshot, a screen recording, or a behind the scenes video. It just needs to be clear that you used virtual production. All right, so now let's get into the rules of the competition. These are the main guidelines you will need to follow in order to not be disqualified. The first rule is that you need to be subscribed to the Virtual Production Insider YouTube channel. So if you're not already, make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe. The second rule is that your entry cannot exceed 60 seconds. You can make it as short as you want it to be, but it cannot go past 60 seconds. The third rule is one we already covered, but entrants must incorporate virtual production in some way. Next up, entries must be less than 500 megabytes in size and in MP4 or MOV format. Next up, you will not be allowed to use AI video generation tools such as Sora or Runway or VO3, but you are allowed to use other AI tools. If it's something that improves your workflow, or say it's like an AI audio tool to like change your voice, something like 11 Labs, those are fine. We just want to avoid anything that's just generating video. Next up, and this one really goes without saying, but no sexually explicit material is allowed in the competition, and the entry frame rate must be 24 or 23.976 frames per second. This is the standard cinematic frame rate, and we want to just keep everything consistent across the board. And the maximum video resolution is 4096 by 2160. We're basically capping it at 4K, but you can use any aspect ratio you want, so you can use any resolution up to 4096 by 2160. And lastly, no copyrighted material is allowed. Entries should not feature intellectual property such as music or characters from popular movies or video games. This one usually goes without saying as well, but just make sure you have full permission for anything you're using in your short film. All right, so now let's get into the judges for this competition, and we've lined up a really awesome panel who's going to be judging your short films. First up, we have Sam Gorski from Corridor Digital. This is one of the founders of the amazing YouTube channel Corridor Digital and Corridor Crew, and Sam has been very active in incorporating virtual production and Unreal Engine into several of their projects, so we're super excited to have him on board. Next up is Jonathan Wimbo Ambush, a motion graphics artist with a popular YouTube channel that has content that focuses on 3D programs like Unreal Engine. Our next judge is Jean-Baptiste Combier. He is a CG supervisor at Blur Studio. JB has worked on everything from Secret Level to Love, Death, and Robots and pretty much any video game cinematic you've seen in the last decade. And next up we have Austin McKay from Copilot. He is their director of virtual production and they specialize in ICV effects using LED walls. And the last judge is myself. And if you think for a second you can bribe me to get ahead in this contest, just know that I only accept cryptocurrency. All right, guys, now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the prizes in this competition. And let me tell you, the prize sponsors really showed up, guys, and we wanted to find prizes that make sense in the virtual production community. That's why I'm so excited that our first place prize package is worth over $10,000 worth of prizes. And one of the top prizes for the first place winner is the HTC Vive Mars kit. If you're not familiar, the Vive Mars is a tracking system that is used by multiple virtual production studios, including Form Studios where I work. We've been using the Vive Mars for years and have used it on multiple ICVFX projects with an LED wall, and it is rock solid. And you can also use it in a virtual camera setup. You could take one of the rovers, pop it onto a shoulder rig, pop an iPad on there, and now you've got a next level virtual camera setup. The next prize for the first place winner is a custom laptop from Puget Systems. This is their latest 16-inch laptop that comes equipped with an NVIDIA Mobile 5080 graphics card. And that is a beefy graphics card to have on a laptop, so this thing is definitely made for 3D applications. And their process is like no other. They keep you updated as they build your custom machine for you. So this is an amazing opportunity to get your hands on a custom-built laptop that is built for 3D applications. Our next prize sponsor is MetaTailor, and they're hooking you up with a 12-month subscription for the first place winner. MetaTailor, if you don't know, is a program for custom fitting 3D clothing to any avatar. I've used this before here on the channel, and it makes it so easy to take any 3D clothing and apply it to any 3D character. Next up, the first place winner is getting a Space Mouse Enterprise from 3D Connection. This is an amazing unit that has different custom function buttons that can be customized to fit any workflow or any application. Next up, we have the Gnomon Workshop hooking you up with a 12-month subscription. This is an incredible education platform where you get access to industry professionals teaching on pretty much any creative application you can think of. And lastly, we're hooking you up with a copy of the Unreal Engine Film School course that we just released. So now let's move on to second place. And this winner will be receiving a 6-month subscription to MetaTailor, the Space Mouse Pro Wireless by 3D Connection, a 6-month subscription to Gnomon Workshop, and of course the Unreal Engine Film School course. And third place will be receiving a 3-month subscription to MetaTailor, the Space Mouse Wireless by 3D Connection, a 3-month subscription to Gnomon Workshop, and the Unreal Engine Film School course. And then we will have 7 additional top 10 finalists who will be receiving a free copy of Unreal Engine Film School. All right, so that is the prizes. Now let's talk about some key dates, kind of the schedule for this competition. The first date to be aware of is that the contest kicks off on June 30th and will be running for 2 months. Now on August 1st, we're going to be sending out the official submission link. This is a Google form where you can upload your final submission for the competition. And like I mentioned earlier, you have to be registered in order to receive that link. So make sure you go to the website and sign up. Now the final deadline for submissions is August 31st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you get your submission sent in by that time because anything after that will be disqualified. Then after that, we're going to take the next few weeks to narrow down the winners, shoot all of the content, and create an episode right here on the YouTube channel where we will reveal all of the winners. So be on the lookout for that episode when it launches on Friday, September 26th. Now, as an added bonus, I too will be creating a 60-second short film, and I'll be sharing all the behind-the-scenes goodness with you guys here on YouTube and in the Discord server. Speaking of which, if you haven't already, be sure to join our Discord server because we're going to have a dedicated channel for anyone who's competing in this competition. This is a place where you can come and ask questions, get clarification on any of the rules, and also post your works in progress to get feedback from the community. Now, one last thing I want to ask of you is just to help us get the word out about this competition. So if you don't mind, share this video or any video that we post on any other platform like Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn. We really want to open the doors to any and all filmmakers out there, so we definitely need your help in spreading the word. And of course, be sure to like this video and post a comment down below if you have any questions. And as always, my name is David Stapp, and I'll see you guys next time.